My name is Tripert Singh. I currently operate as the drum sergeant of the band, and on an administrative end, I operate as the chairman of the band. Over the next 10 years, the band is geared towards two things. Administratively, the band was designed to assist and develop youth. So over the next 10 years, we expect to have at least another 5 or 6 graduates through our scholarship program at Heriot Ward University, Putrajaya. We see lots more development with the kids that are in the band in terms of discipline, in terms of daily practice and talent development. And in terms of the band as a whole, we are pushing towards grade 1 across the next 10 years. We expect that it is something that will be difficult to do. However, it is a necessity because we want Sri Dasmesh pipe band to become the powerhouse of pipe bands in Southeast Asia, so that we can then push development in the region. Generally, when a singular band in a region develops, that sort of energy then spreads and other bands pick up from it, either through talent leaving the band and joining other bands, or through tutorship classes and lessons and things like that. But we want to become that link between Scotland and Southeast Asia so that we can help to develop the region through developing ourselves. Now, an organization is made up completely of people. That is the greatest strength and greatest challenge that is faced by every organization, not just bands. And the greatest challenge in keeping an organization like this running is managing its people. Now, people come with their own sets of challenges, their own sets of dreams, their own sets of hopes. And as the leaders of the band on an administrative end as well as on a musical end, it is our responsibility to manage that and assist them to deliver to themselves what they expect from the band, as well as for the band to deliver what it can for the people. And as long as we can manage that, and as long as we as the leaders of the band don't forget that the band is made up of people and all of its achievements are made and done by the people that are within the organization, then we'll continue to remain on the right path. Generally, the selection of the leaders is done by a very small select group of elected leaders at the top of the band. The three things that we focus on are discipline, integrity and vision. Now, if a person comes in with vision alone and without integrity or discipline, then that vision may be skewed towards personal interests or personal goals. Now, if a person comes in with vision and integrity, then they may be able to come up with grandiose plans and have, sort of big visions for the future, but they won't have the discipline to execute them. So that is why it is absolutely a necessity to have all three in a row. You need the discipline to be able to execute the vision with integrity. And those are the three things that we look for when we elect leaders into the band. When we recruit into the band, we have a rigorous recruitment process. The parents of sort of interested parties are invited to come to the school where we have a briefing in this very room, and we sort of lay out to them without softening the image at all what are the expectations from everybody across the next couple of years that the children are in the band. And during this briefing, we really put it out to them, the amount of time, effort, money that it's going to take for their children to become successful in the band. That usually scares off about 20% of the people that come for those sessions. Beyond that, when we have the 80% of them remaining, they then attend an interview which is held by all of the heads of departments. So you'll have not just the section heads, but heads of departments as well that sit with these people and sort of run through a set of questions. And of course, at the end, we leave the questions on an open end for the leaders that are sort of asking them. And what they're trying to accomplish with this interview is to find out whether the recruits have three of the traits that we are looking for. The first is, of course, discipline. The second is grit, and the third is talent. Now, why not talent first? Because talent without grit means nothing. I've met a lot of very talented people who in the first sit down sound like the people that are going to be the ones that take us around the world for everything. But when you get through a couple of difficult weekends with them, you realize that they don't have the grit to get through any of the stuff that any band or any organization goes through on a weekly basis. And of course, on the top of that, as an enveloping character trait, we look for discipline. anyone that is not able to consistently do something every day is not going to be able to deliver anything for themselves and or for the band. The difficulty in running a band like this is that we operate completely off charity. None of the leaders in the band, none of the tutors in the band, none of the people that are here every weekend are paid for anything that they do. So as such, we have to be very, very selective with who we allow into the band as to keep our efforts streamlined and efficient, because it becomes very, very difficult if we allow anyone and everyone to walk in and then spend 6 months, 1 year, 2 years developing them only for them to then pack up and leave without having achieved anything for or with the band. So these are the three sort of enveloping tools or traits that we look for within the people that we recruit. My greatest moments with the band are to come. My name is Tripert Singh.
And I am.
I am.
And I am.
And I am Sri Dasmesh.